That's a great pass there from John Wall, and he told me to shut my pie hole. We got two pointers on here. Let's show you what we can do. One point guard to point guard lob. And how often are you going to see that?
Besides, why are you going to doubt John Wall on his second, third, fourth chapter, whatever you want to call this for him?
This isn't John Wick.
Okay.
It's John Wall.
So
it's a whole different thing.
Did we rehearse this comedy act?
No, but I know you're a big John Wick fan.
Oh.
Yo, number 10 on the Spurs swears he's like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, it's game over.
Spurs down 9. Keldon Johnson bullying his way to the bucket, up with the right-handed scores, and the Spurs certainly missed that on Thursday in Sacramento.
Yeah, more please. More of that, please, Keldon. Put those little guys on. You don't have Kawhi or Paul George guarding you. Just be the monster taking the ball to the paint.
John Wall misfiring on the 3. An offensive rebound, though, by Nick Batum. Wall hands it off into the corner. Batum, better shooter, although catch that one cleanly, and then the Spurs going for the rebound, knock it out of bounds.
Whoopsie.
Charles Bassey just into the game for the first time, converging with Isaiah Roby there. Doug McDermott into the game as well for the Spurs as Norm Powell will come on for the Clippers, taking out Mark Carter, still out there now with the 4 bench players. Paul George over Keldon. Good defense. And Bassey brings down the rebound.
Well, that was our key matchup, so we're going to keep an eye on that one. Keldon winning that mini battle.
Now trying to get a step on PG-13. Back out to Richardson for 3. Charles Bassey climbing for the offensive rebound as it ripped out of his hands. And Paul George saves it. John Wall behind the back. Batum, extra pass. Jackson to Norm Powell. Corner 3. Got it. Timeout, Coach Pop of the Spurs.
Beautiful ball rotation.
The second or third time I've seen John Wall do that this season. I thought he was going to lay the ball up or get really silly with it. He got silly with it anyways. It's a great save by Paul George. But the real fireworks begin with the behind-the-back dribble, the extra pass, and Norman Powell with a huge 3-ball to get this crowd out of their seats.
I've run over the last 3 minutes. They've pushed their lead to 10. You are not a lover of rain. I know that.
No, I like to stay dry. You know that, man. No, sir. And plus, it was like dirty water.
Well, if it smells like mildew, that's not good for anybody.
Water was sitting in those tanks or in those pipes for years.
Well, in that sense, Michelle, you'd be happy to know Sean's had a good weather week. We have had picture-perfect weather on this trip.
Unbelievable.
Okay,
and I know what's going on in San Antonio. I've already heard.
I was going to say, now everyone watching is going to be angry at both of you for bragging.
They'd be so mad at us. But it was like 75 today. And I was walking downtown with a...
Paul George, the recipient of the alley-oop, throws it down. Feels like they're trying to bring back Dunk City here.
They've had a number of good passes. John Wall's made a number of terrific passes since he's gotten into the ball game. And that was a beauty over the top to Paul George.
At Lob City, not Dunk City. Lob City, Dunk City, yeah.
I like what you do either way, Dave.
Thanks, Michelle. Norm Powell. The Spurs back within 10 after the Doug McDermott layup. Powell for 3 and brings home his second one. Norm Powell played collegiately just down the street at UCLA. Second year with the Clippers, shooting only 28% from downtown. As Doug McDermott comes off the screen and hits the 3.
Not a lot of movement there. It's just one screen. Very simple. Doug McDermott just comes off. He's ready to shoot it. More guys with that type of mentality.
Step back mid-range jumper there for Paul George is good as he's got a dozen here in this opening quarter, and that's the Clipper lead. And off of Caleb H-Diop will be a Spurs turnover.
Doug McDermott, he's just working off that screen from Bassey. Doesn't need a lot of space. No ball movement, hardly any. One pass, come off a screen, let it fly.
Saw Devin there in the straight close out tonight with a sore ankle. If you missed the news at the top. 5th game Devin's missed this year. And the Clippers are just draining 3-pointers here in the early going. It's a club only shooting 34% from beyond the arc, 18th in the NBA. But they're 8 of 14 here in this opening quarter.
Yeah, they got to get on top of Paul George and in a hurry. Because right now, he's getting whatever he wants. He's getting lobs, getting wide open threes.
And right now, this game has the look of what the first quarter looked like at the AT&T Center back on November the 4th when the Spurs fell behind by double figures early.
I recall they really battled to get back into that one, but then the Clippers just turned it on in the fourth quarter. They turned up the volume, and that was the game.
The Spurs led it 86-82 going to the fourth as Trey Jones rattles out that jumper from the foul line, and the Clippers outscored them 31-20 in the final 12 minutes. They went on for the 113-106 victory.
Well, they just relied on their experience. And again, I thought that was an extremely well-coached game by Ty Lue.
And big shots by that man, Paul George, as he hits yet another one. Yeah. Marcus Morris Sr. hits some big three-pointers that night, too. That is 40 in the opening quarter for an LA team averaging just 104.
That's what I'm saying. Paul George has had himself quite a first quarter. And our guys are kind of, I don't want to say they're intimidated, because I haven't seen them intimidated by any team so far this year, but they're just really hesitant. I mean, that last possession right there shows you how they're not really locked in on the offensive end.
1.1 remaining on the clock. Yeah, the Clippers only average 11 made threes a game, 22nd in the NBA. They've got 9 in the first quarter. Right. Paul George looking for number 12. And front rims it.
Finally.
Take us to